Hello everyone, my name is Diana Savitri and today I will explain my opinion about smoking on campus. I choose this topic because smoking affects not only the smoker but also other students and the campus environment. In this presentation, I will share my thoughts about why smoking should be limited or even prohibited on campus and how this policy can create a healthier learning atmosphere. In this video, I will share some important facts about tobacco, the dangers of smoking, and our share hope to create a truly smoke-free campus. Cigarettes may be legal, but they are not normal products. According to Law Number 39 of 2007 on excise, certain goods like tobacco are controlled because their consumption can harm people and the environment. The U.S. Surgeon General's report 2010 found that tobacco smoke contains over 7,000 chemicals, with at least 69 known to cause cancer. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization estimates that around 6 million people die every year due to tobacco-related disease, and 600,000 of them are non-smokers who die from exposure to secondhand smoke. Research from around the world has proven that there is no safe level of exposure to tobacco smoke. Secondhand smoke significantly increases health risks, even for people who do not smoke. For example, studies from the Internationally Agency for Research on Cancer show that non-smokers exposed their partner cigarette smoke have a 20 until 30% higher risk of lung cancer. Exposure to secondhand smoke also increases the risk of heart disease by 25 until 30% and stroke by 20 until 30%. In the United States alone, over 3,000 non-smokers die each year from heart disease caused by secondhand smoke. This means that when one person smokes, everyone around them is affected. Now, let's talk about our campus. Everyone deserves to breathe clean and healthy air. That's why there is a smoke-free area policy, which prohibits smoking, producing, selling, advertising, or promoting tobacco products in curtains area. This policy also includes vaping, since inhaling and exhaling vapor from electronic cigarettes still carries health risks similar to smoking regular tobacco. In our campus, smoking is not allowed anywhere. In classroom, office parks, or university vehicles, except in specifically designed smoking area. The smoke-free campus policy brings many great benefits. It helps create a cleaner and healthier environment for everyone. It strengthens the university reputation as an academic institution free from the influence of the tobacco industry. And most importantly, it helps save a generation that is intelligent, strong, and free from addiction. A generation that values health as much as knowledge. Building a smoke-free campus is more than just enforcing a rule. It is a shared mission. We all have a role to play. Students, lecturer, and staff. We can set an example by choosing a healthy lifestyle and protecting one another. Imagine a campus with fresh air, green surroundings, and people inspiring each other to live better. That is the kind of place where we can truly learn and grow. So, let's support the smoke-free campus movement together. Protecting our environment starts with a small step, and one of them is saying no to smoking and yes to healthier future. Thank you for watching, and let's make our campus cleaner, smarter, and completely smoke-free.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Diana Safitri. Today I'm going to talk about modal request in English. The use of modal in request word. In our daily communication, it's very important to be polite, especially when we ask someone to do something for us. Sometimes, the way we speak can sound too direct or even rude if we don't choose the right words. That's why we use modal verbs. They help us make our requests sound more polite and natural. So, in this presentation, I will explain why politeness is important, what a modal request is, and give you some example of how to use it correctly in English. Next, background. In communication, being polite is very important. English use modal verbs to make requests sound more respectful and natural. For example, if we just say close the door, sounds like an order. But if we say could you close the door please, it sounds much more polite and friendly. This small change in wording can make a big difference in how people feel when we talk to them. Definition of modal request. A modal request is a polite way to ask someone to do something, to give permission, or to offer help using modal verbs. Modal verbs help express degree of politeness and formality in English. We use modals such as can, could, may, would, will to make our request sound softer and more respectful. For example, can you help me? Could you open the window? This request sounds polite and natural. Modal verbs also show different levels of politeness. For instance, could is more polite than can. Now, let's see how many modal verbs are commonly used for making requests. There are 5 of them: can, could, may, will, and would. Each one is used to make a request, but they express different level of politeness and formality. On the next slide, we'll look at the level of politeness for each modal verb. Now, let's take a look at this table that shows the level of politeness in modal requests. Each modal verb has a different level of formality and is used in different situations. Let's go through them one by one. First, we have can. It's informal, usually used with friends or family. For example, can you help me? This sounds friendly and casual. Next is will. This one is neutral, not too formal, not too casual. We use it for everyday requests like, will you call me later? Then we have could. It sounds polite and is often used in work or school situations. For example, could you open the door please? It's soft and respectful. After that comes would. This is more polite, often used when talking to stranger in or informal or in formal setting. Example, would you mind helping me? It sounds very courteous. And finally, may. It's the most formal and is often used when asking for permission or speaking officially. Example, may I come in? Very polite and respectful. So, as we move from can to may, our requests become more formal and polite. This helps us choose the right expression depending on who we're talking to and the situation. Now, let's look at the different function of modal verbs. When making polite expression, modal verbs are not only used for requests, but also for offers and asking permission. Let's go over each one. First, we have request. This is when we ask someone to do something for us. For example, could you close the door please? It's a polite way to ask someone to take action. Next, over. This shows our willingness to do something for someone. For example, can I help you with your bag? It means we are offering our help or service. And the last one is permission. This is used when we want to know if something is allowed or acceptable to do. For example, may I go to the restroom? It's very polite way to ask for permission. So, modal verbs can be used in three main ways: to make requests, to offer helps, or to ask for permission. And the choice of modal verbs helps show our tone and politeness. Next, how to use modal request. Now, let's learn how to use modal request correctly in daily communication. There are a few simple tips to make your request sound polite and natural. First, choose the right modal depending on how polite you need to be. For example, can is more casual, while could or would sound more polite. Second, always try to add please. It makes your request softer and more friendly. Third, use the right tone of voice. A raising intonation and a friendly expression help you request and sound kind instead of demanding. And finally, avoid giving commands. Don't say do this, it sounds rude. Instead, use a polite modal form. For example, close the window sounds like an order. Uh, could you close the door? Could you close window, please? Sounds polite and respectful. So, by choosing the right modal, adding please and speaking kindly, you can make your English sounds more natural and courteous. Okay, grammar formula recap. The modal first can, structure can, subject and verb. Example, can you help me? Second, will. The structure will, subject, and verb. Example, will you call her? The third, could. The structure could, subject, and verb. Example, could you tell me the time? Next, may. Structure may, subject, and verb. Example, may I sit here? The last one, would. The structure would, subject, verb, and example, would you like some tea? Okay, the next. Here, using can for request. Function to ask for something or permission in casual situation. For example, uh, the first one, can you help me with my homework? and or can I borrow your book? Use can with friends, family, or classmate, casual and friendly. Next. Okay, next one here, using will for request. Function to ask someone to do something for us. The example, the first, will you turn off the TV please? Or will you join us for lunch? Use will when you expect someone to say yes or when talking normally. Here, using could for request. Function more polite than can. Used when talking to strangers or teachers or superiors. For the example, the first one, could you take a photo of us? And could I use your phone charger, please? Use could to sound more polite and respectful. The next one, using may for request. Function, the most formal. Use for asking permission politely. For the example, the first one, may I enter the room? And the another one, may I speak to the manager, please? Use may in formal settings, school, office, or official talks. Next. Here, using would for request. Function used to make very polite request, invitation, or offers. For the examples, the first one, would you like some tea? And would you mind helping me with this? Or would you please close the window? Use would to show respect, kindness, and formality. Here's example conversation. Diana and Wanda. Diana, would you like to come to our wedding, Wanda? Wanda, of course, I would love to come and celebrate with you. Diana, thank you so much. Your present means a lot to us. This conversation show would you like used for a polite invitation. Next. Responding to request or invitation formula. Example of accepting. Sure, I'd love to. Of course, I can help you. Yes, that sounds great. And contently, I be happy to join. And the example of revising. I'm sorry I can't right now. I'd love to, but I'm busy today. Or I'm afraid I can't join you. Or sorry, maybe next time. Example conversation, invitation example, using the modal could. Could you join us for dinner tonight? Accept. That sounds great. I'd love to. Or reviews. I'd love to, but I already have another plan. Next. Next, real life application of request. We use modal request every day in real communication. For example, at school, could you explain the question again, please? Uh, at at home, can you help me set the table? And at work, would you send me the report before 3 p.m.? And in public, may I have a glass of water, please? The tips, the key to a polite request is tone, choice of modal, and context. Next, the role of intonation and body language. Making requests politely is not only about grammar. Intonation and body language also play an important role in communication. 1. Intonation. A raising tone at the end of a request makes it sound polite and friendly. The example, could you open the window, please? Could you open the window, please? A flat tone can sound too direct or impolite. Open the window sounds like a command. To body language. Smile when asking for something. 2. Keep eye contact but don't stare. Use gentle gesture like a small nod. Avoid crossing your arms or sounding demanding. Tips: a polite request is balanced between words, tone, and attitude, not just grammar. Okay, next. Conclusion and reflection. In conclusion, modal verbs such as can, could, will, would, and may play an important role in making requests over and permission. They help us communicate politely and effectively in different social and professional situations. Key points: use can and will for friendly or direct requests. Use could and would for more polite or formal expression. Use may for permission in very formal situation. Always pay attention to tone, context, and politeness. Next, here's tips for speaking politely. Use please and say thank you. And smile and use a calm tone. Use modal could, would, may, can, or will instead of commands. And last one, avoid short or rude words like do it or give me. Being polite doesn't just make your English sounds better, it also help you build good relationship and communicate more effectively. So, always think before you speak. A small word like could or please can make a big difference. Thank you for your attention. I hope this presentation help you understand how to make polite requests in English. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.